Right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to move on with our third bout of the evening. Would you welcome into the blue corner, Tia Sayer. And would you welcome her opponent to the cage, Jasmine Condon. This is Amateur K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action in the Bantamweight division. And in the blue corner, she weighed in at 59.7 K. She represents Mercy MMA and the Triple S fight team. It is Tia Smiler Sayer. And her opponent in the red corner. She weighed in at 58.3 K. She represents the Paul Whiffin Academy, Jasmine Condon. Your referee, Sam Amidi. We're back with Amateur K1 over 3 2-minute rounds of action. Smiler Tia Sayer from Mercy MMA and the Triple S fight team in the blue corner. Jasmine Condon from the Paul Whiffin Academy in the red. And Dean, no time wasted by either of these young ladies as Condon marches forward and says happy to oblige her.
It's nice to see two K1 athletes utilise the clinch, particularly when they get into trouble, and also to kind of stamp a bit of dominance against your opponent. It's nice to strike on the outside, but it's good to work on the inside too, Malcolm.
Now, Sam was just saying to the ladies there's no throwing in the K1, that you're not allowed to throw her like that, but as you said, what's amazed me though, Dean, is the fast pace of the start, and both girls really, we mentioned about planting your feet earlier, both girls really planting the feet to get heavy shots in, and the big right hand from Saya reciprocated immediately by Condon.
Saya's got that lovely rear kick. She's so flexible and she's able to maintain the power at that flexibility, but she's doing it mid-range. She needs to do it long-range, Malcolm, so she doesn't get caught up in these exchanges with Condon.
That's right, a very fast start from both girls, and as Dean said, now she's going to get warned for this, Tia. It's a tie technique, and Sam's going to stop it, and in the rules meeting, you're not allowed to throw like that. This is K1, not the Muay Thai.
You often see in Muay Thai, they tap the head, tap the arms, and they're either kick the legs away or kick the hips away for the sweep, but in K1, as you said, Malcolm, not allowed in these rules, so the ladies are going to have to watch that.
Now, a slight problem for Jasmine Condon, she's walking forward bravely, but she has to watch how she walks forward, because she is walking onto shots, and that will double the impact as you're coming forward. Set it up as you're coming in, because if you're walking into range, like now, she got caught with the left on the way in, and that's a problem for her.
Nice strikes there by Saya. I think what Saya's trying to do is steer Jasmine round into the punches. She needs to plant her hand on the back of the head of Jasmine and steer around with the elbow, Malcolm, as opposed to headlock and throw her.
Well, yes, because obviously the headlock and throw, Sam's already warned her, it should be walking a dangerous platform there, but across a very action-packed first round, if you look at the two ladies, Dean, we saw Tia Saya be warned for the throws, but what she's doing well is she's letting Jasmine Condon walk in and then get a counter in before the actual strike. So it's a preemptive counter.
Saya's doing a great job in the clinch, arguably the stronger of the two, Malcolm. So Jasmine needs to use her footwork now, create angles, strike and move off at those angles.
I agree, the straight line strategy is not working for her at the moment. It's doubling up the impact of Saya's efforts. Two of a potential three. And again, the girls engaged just as they did in the opening round, almost a carbon copy.
Saya taken centre of the cage, nice leg kick there, but again, working at close range. Condon needs to start creating some distance and not let herself get tied up like this.
Well, the problem is, you can't create distance if you're the one looking to engage and walk forward. As we see, whatever's happening, to her credit, Jasmine Condon is the one always looking to initiate and push forward. The problem for her, and it's a blunt one, is it's not working.
Jasmine again in the clinch. She needs to start firing off at mid to long range. See there, she walks straight in like you attested to, Malcolm. She's walking straight forward, doesn't even really get the full brunt of the punch through to Saya, and then ends up in a clinch.
The problem for her is simple. If she's going to come forward constantly, which is good for under K1 rules, if the judges are looking, you know, K1 favours the aggressor. They like the forward foot fighter. But even as with the MMA, set it up, come in working the jab or the teep kick. Don't just come straight forward. Set it up as you're coming in.
Saya's having success with that lead jab and that rear head kick. I'd like to see her fire that jab out stiff. Hey, there we go, we see it just skim the face of Jasmine Condon.
And Jasmine is tired now. She's worked hard. She's got a strong, strong chin, but it's just beginning to tell on her, the pace now. And Saya really capitalising on this.
Nice 1-2 from Saya. And you see there, she's trying to steer her around. She'll steer her around into that right hand, Malcolm. She's had some success with that in that clinch.
Now, for me, for Jasmine in the third round, is to maybe not come forward so strongly, but to hint at it, to draw Tia Saya's response and then go again. Because at the moment, with the pace Jasmine's coming in at, it's nice for Tia, and she can respond to it, and she can get that preemptive counter in because she sees Jasmine raise her leg and then she's in there. Whereas I think a bit more feinting now from Jasmine, a bit less keen to come storming forward and maybe lure Tia forward to see how good she is being countered at the moment. They're both playing into Tia Sayers' hands here. Third and final round, and they're ready to go once more. And Jasmine looked to set up that attack with the low kick first, which is a better technique. Get that range, try to make Tia think before she can just fire off her replies. And it's the most positive start to the round so far for the young girl in the red corner.
Tia Sayers doing a great job in this clinch. She did it in the first clinch. She fired that knee down. I'd like to see her do more of that, circle off and look for that right hand. But equally, we've got Jasmine now walking forward again. She needs to switch up these tactics. Use that footwork and move side to side, Malcolm.
Well, again, the one thing she's doing better in this round is not just walking and she's throwing technique, and it's just making Tia Sayers for the first time in the bout think now. It's a change in tactic that if she keeps up, again, this is what you want to see from her. Set it up first rather than just walk forward. And now Tia has to think about where the attacks are coming from, which makes for a more interesting and even third round here.
It makes me wonder if Jasmine is thinking about the aggression side of it. Does she want to be seen as the one pressing the action? But as a result, it's kind of negating her techniques because she's just getting tied up every time.
I think you're right. I think in the first two rounds, it was really her way of saying to the judges, this is K1, look at me, I'm the aggressor. But as we said, it did work against her. Where she's just slightly changed things up now, she's getting far more success here in the third round because Tia's not so confident of exactly what's coming now. In the first two rounds, she knew exactly where Jasmine was going to be, exactly what's going to happen, and preempted it. She can't preempt so carefully now or cleverly. And it's a better tactic from Jasmine here in the third. Just not taking that step forward, look, Dean.
Jasmine is throwing some more kicks, but she needs to switch up the combinations because you'll notice Sayers now is starting to check the kicks. She'll lift her leg up just like that and catch shin to shin, which is the check.
Best round of the night for Jasmine Condon in the third there with that change of tactics. I don't think it's enough to win it, but it certainly stopped Tia Sayers from a total dominance there.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, before the official announcement, 3 hard-fought rounds from 2 very good ladies indeed. Let's hear it for both women in the ring, please. But we do have a unanimous decision. Our judges in favour of the blue corner, Tia Smiler Sayers.